What if all versions of Godzilla took on Godzilla Earth? That is the question. Yes, that's going to be the Godzilla from the Heisei and Showa series, taking on the largest and the most destructive Godzilla to date, which is Godzilla Earth, which is 300 meters tall. This version of Godzilla is the most massive out of all of them, and has the most destructive atomic blast that has ever been seen. I'll be going over the abilities that Godzilla Earth has. Godzilla has lived on the Earth for over 20,000 years. After that, his body fused with the Earth, giving it a really powerful hardened armor of metallic. He has a permeable shield which allows him to take on tremendous amounts of damage. He does this by using his nuclear pulse in order to shield himself from incoming attacks. As I mentioned, over him living for over 20,000 years, Godzilla ended up getting a super oscillatory wave, a super hardened Godzilla roar that ends up sending shockwave, and it crushes and destroys targets. Just by swinging his tail creates a huge shockwave that destroys anything in its path. With Godzilla's cells, he's able to regenerate almost instantly from any type of damage. And also, when it comes to his regeneration and his cells, he alone created an ecosystem over the past 20 years that he's been around on Earth. All I gotta say is that Godzilla Earth has shown feats and abilities that we have yet to see from the other Godzillas from either Heisei or the Showa series. If I was only going with the original Heisei and Showa Godzillas, I don't actually think that this would even be a battle at all. So I'm going to add some of the old villains also that would have the DNA of Godzilla, and those include Orga, the female planet version of Godzilla Biollanta, the space version of Godzilla, Space Godzilla, and I'll add the Mecha Godzillas, since one of the versions of the Mecha Godzilla actually has the brain and the bones of the original Godzilla. With all those Godzilla versions like this, do they actually stand a chance of actually taking on Godzilla Earth? There are actually a few scenarios that might be able to happen. First is that all the Godzillas try to attack him using their missiles and atomic breath and all the weapons they have in their arsenal to try to take on Godzilla Earth, but most likely all of those attacks will be to no avail. And when it comes to Godzilla Earth's metallic armor, those atomic blasts will be able to only just tickle him, along with Mecha Godzilla is able to really, when he shoots his missiles and everything, they wouldn't actually really do any effect. And at that point, Godzilla Earth would just be able to just stomp on the Godzillas from the Heisei and Showa series, fire his atomic breath, even the shockwaves from his tail would be able to just cut the Godzillas in half. And although this includes burning Godzillas also, the strongest form, even they wouldn't actually be able to really penetrate Godzilla Earth's skin. And Orga actually wouldn't actually get a chance to evolve in order to try to actually be able to take on Godzilla Earth, because they would have just killed him off right away. At that point, Godzilla Earth would just be a decisive victor in this. The other version is that if they end up working together and having where that a few of the Godzillas try to actually take on Godzilla Earth as a distraction, and having Orga be able to absorb the Mecha Godzilla along with some other Godzillas and end up getting the DNA of the Godzilla Earth somehow, along with absorbing Biollantes, I can see him growing to an incredible size to be able to take on Godzilla Earth. And this will be an Orga that has the missiles and everything from the Mecha Godzilla, the tentacles and the plant things like from Biollanta in order to help take him on, and like the growth and size along with the metallic ability that Godzilla Earth has. And if that's the case, then they might actually stand a better chance of actually taking down Godzilla Earth. But this is a big if, because if they have time to do that, and if they do have time to do that, then they might actually stand somewhat of a chance. And if Orga can actually attain that form and even absorb the version of a burning Godzilla, because hiding enhanced heat and everything from a huge sized Orga from the burning Godzilla will actually be able to maybe damage Godzilla Earth. But the fact is that they would actually have to work together in order to try to take him on. But yeah, when it comes like to the villain side of Godzilla, and along with them, I did actually think that they would actually work together in order to take him down. Because nonetheless, like some of the versions of the Godzillas will have to actually sacrifice themselves to Orga in order for him to grow to the size of Godzilla Earth in order to take him on. But even with that, again, I'm not actually really sure that is even going to be enough to take down Godzilla Earth, because not only does he have the metallic skin, he has like the pulsary shield also, along with him actually having the nuclear repulse. And plus, if Godzilla Earth actually does get in the same situation that when Godzilla fought against Orga, where that Orga was actually going to try to absorb Godzilla, which and he most likely will try to absorb the Godzilla Earth into his body in order to make him nearly unbeatable. Godzilla Earth will just most likely just use his nuclear repulse and atomic blast in order to blast like through all the different parts of Orga and end up frying him to death. And with that, I really actually think that Godzilla Earth would take on all the versions of Godzilla, Heisei, and Showa, 2014 and 2019 Godzillas also, and just absolutely destroy them. But what do y'all think? Do you think that Godzilla Earth will be able to take him down? Or do you think that Toho and Heisei versions of Godzilla will be able to actually put up a fight and most likely be able to beat him? Leave down in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed this video, maybe give it a like and subscribe for more videos like this to come. And I'll see you on the next video.